Now, ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present the second matchup of tonight. It is Duggi versus Patjuh. And yes, we did not finish Dax versus Duggi, but Dax had to go and eat. Well, I guess he's a human being. But so he was allowed to do that. And in the meantime, we are going into this game versus Patjuh and Duggi in, of course, the series Beat the Grandmaster in honor of Duggi making it into the Grandmaster League. We have two of his teammates tonight, Dax and Patjuh. And they will try to take him out. Just like that. And Dax was actually putting up a phenomenal fight. But yeah, those were some long and crazy games as well. So that means in between we are going into this game. And we see Druid's Patjuh here in the top. As the blue Protoss player, I wanted to switch those L's. Let's not do that. And yeah, as I swap players to make it look pretty, we have his opponent, Druid's Duggi here. The main man for tonight. And actually, we also decided that this will be a best of 3 instead of best of 5. So a bit shorter series, as we started a bit late, but no problem. Gateway first from Patjuh. Alright, so this is kind of a switch, of course. We were so much into the TVZ matchup just now, and well, there we go. Surprise, surprise, it's TVP. Well, feels just like ladder, right? So, oh look, actually, interesting little wall there. Of course, it does exactly the same thing, and you can build your add-on here. So actually, quite, yeah, I quite like it. Nice, Duggi, nice. Learn something new all the time, as the probe here for Patjuh is trying to be annoying, but it cannot get in. And the SCV for Duggi is going to probably just see everything. And you know, the point is, there's a cyber core here and a gas before the Nexus. Well, nothing unusual in that per se, but of course does mean that Duggi needs to prepare just a little bit, building the command center on the high ground instead of where it probably have put it on the high ground, on the low ground. So that's a little adjustment right there. Let's see if he wants to do something else. Patjuh actually making his probe go in circles. Such a slave driver. Oh no, there he goes. Alright. Actually, I think the probe, yeah, that's worse. Oh, actually it tries to get through. Nope. In a nice cinematic style. I hope you like it. But alright, now the Nexus is going down. So just a little bit delayed, getting the Stalker out, getting the Zealot out. No problem. Of course, this is not the Zerg matchup where you can just do crazy stuff like go Forge Expand. No sir, this is the Terran and they have inland Marines, so you need to be a bit more careful. But of course, if the Terran then misplaces or forgets his bunker timing, then the single Stalker and Zealot can be a problem. But doesn't look like Patjuh is going for anything like that. Actually, alright, sentry out now. Into 3-gate robo. Well, alright, alright. Duggi is going to see if he can get some map control. I mean, this group of stalkers won't be enough to do any significant Marines, not enough to do any significant damage. But of course, if a Zealot is caught at the watchtower like that, and Patjuh doesn't respond in time, then it can actually do well, quite some damage, because the Protoss army, of course, being very small at this moment. Will Patjuh respond immediately? There he goes. He checks the stalker, but does get some hull damage and needs to go and abandon his nexus even to the fate of these cruel marines who are throwing a party behind the mineral lines. One probe here falls, and Duggi says, "Well, let's get out." Actually, the intercept from a single zealot. Oh, and that's good enough. Trading a marine there for a probe, but of course, Duggi, yeah, he had some. Was a nice little timing there, catching one probe, but also delaying the mining time, of course. And now we see 2 gas being taken immediately by Patjuh, who wants to fuel this robotics facility. Well, he can see everything. And does he like what he see? That's the point. Of course, in about 2 minutes, Duggi will have his medevacs up, and that's also always a pretty scary timing from Terran here. When they get to that point and suddenly they explode into some aggression. I like it that Duggi actually, you know, he went aggressive just before that, just a little poke. Didn't lose anything, didn't buy much either, but I mean, so often you see Terran just being completely passive up until the 10-minute mark when they have medevacs, and then they start to do something. But I mean, Protoss have gotten a lot better at holding that off. So if you can throw off your opponent just a little bit by doing those kinds of timings, yeah, that's pretty awesome, pretty good. Alright, man, I needed some water after that, but yep, there we go. Going to see 2 medevacs. Yeah, there we go, 2 medevacs. As soon as he has all the minerals, actually he was short on minerals, not on gas. That's interesting. But I guess he took it to his third refinery just a little bit quickly, but well. Alright, so this is the push I was talking about. It's 10 minutes exactly, and the medevacs are going to pop out to join this army. But you see it's coming, of course, with the observer that he has here, so he knows everything. There's 1 Colossus out, and that will have to do the trick. Although, of course, and that's why this timing is so good, it's not... I mean, the thermal lens upgrade will not be done. So 1 marine stimming ahead, trying to see if there's anything here to stop him. But yeah, this is actually pretty scary for Patjuh, and will Duggi realize that there's no thermal lens yet? Actually, of course, he can also drop with those medevacs, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Does Patjuh realize it? No, he stays there. A great little scan here to make sure if this works, but there's a lot of stalkers here in the base. Duggi tries to unload and actually gets all of them in the base, and now the marines stim up here and they will try to take down the Colossus, but some great force fields here. But the army for Patjuh is almost gone, and cannon here going up, more stalkers being warped in, zealots also joining the fray, but of course Duggi can just pick up and leave, while this group here, the Colossus, is gone. All the probes need to be pulled from the natural, and this is looking quite scary again. Now, of course, the main army is going down the ramp again, and Duggi needs to get out. But I mean, he kept his medevacs, and that looked very scary for a little while here. But recognized that he could drop behind this, and then the target firing wasn't good enough to stop the medevacs from dropping those units. Great little play there, and yeah, a good attack from Duggi. Did it do any economic damage? Well, not significantly, just 5 workers killed, but yeah, the third now just going down for Patjuh, of course, whereas Duggi's third is already up and mining, and that's a huge difference, and it's reflected in the income time. Look at that. Now, of course, with all the mules thrown down, 2,500 mineral income versus 1,300 for the brave Protoss player who's taking it up against his Grandmaster teammate. And yeah, Duggi showing some real nice play here. Nothing too uncommon, but I mean, just the crispness of that timing. He knew he was going for it, but the strength of it, very well carried out. Right. So Patjuh actually continuing his Colossus production, but there's not so many stalkers here, and actually he had a decent bunch of stalkers at the beginning of that push when the medeffects started to go into the main. But right now, I mean, there's so many Vikings that well, those stalkers won't be able to take them out in time. Of course, Patjuh is going for Stim and Zealot leg, so he's going for the Archon, the Zealot Archon composition. And oh dear. Well, that's unfortunate, I suppose. But the cannon there blocking the Colossus from getting out. Very unfortunate for Patjuh. Needs to kill of his own. And Duggi now confidently taking a fourth look at the supply difference here. Of course, in the worker count, Patjuh not behind at all, but with mules, yeah, I mean, the income difference is going to be very much there, and there's cloak for benches on the way too, and of course we just have level 2 weapons finishing up for the Protoss as well, and actually War Prism speed, I quite like that. But so there's a Stargate. Oh well. All right. Fleet beacon. Mothership. Maybe he wants to do something something weird and funky. But this game is not looking good for him at the moment. This push is quite strong. Look at those Zeds as well. But a great storm there, catching the units while they were going down on the ramp. And another great storm. This is why Protoss is so dangerous, but of course the Vikings now chewing through those Colossus, and the bio army from Duggi just dropping out of those medeffects again. More Zealots streaming in, but is it enough? The Archon here dealing lots of damage, but targeting the Marauders, and there's so many medeffects overhead here that this bio army just won't die. Again, the speed zealots, they go in. Will it be enough? Again, a stim on those units, but it looks like slowly they're getting whittled down. But man, there's just a personal medeffect for all these guys. But finally they load up. And well, Patjuh just continuing his Colossus production and actually building a mothership. He wants to do it. There we go. Baller style Terran, Protoss even, but obviously Duggi a very strong opponent. But if Patjuh can pull anything off with this mothership, it'll be legendary. I mean, that's just how it works, man. I mean, you get all the honor and the props if you win a series, but there should be rewards for people who play. Oh, just awesome. Well, alright, Stalkers earned their money. And I mean, the real problem obviously continues to be the basis here for Patjuh is very far behind in that count. I mean, the 4th has been mining here for some time now, actually, quite a while even. And the 4th for Patjuh just now, well, now almost finishing. And if I take any longer to say it, it will be already finished. Wow, whatever. Solo casting is just tiresome, man, tiresome. But I'm enjoying these games so much. I hope you guys are enjoying them too, because it's just awesome to see these players Duggi especially, what a scary Terran. And Patjuh is doing everything he can. He has the mothership out now, but is not yet near his army. His storms need to be absolutely perfect. Where is that mothership? Oh, there it is. It's just now joining him, but actually there's a full scan, of course, revealing that their army. And sending out the ghosts now, trying to get those EMPs off. And actually some good EMPs do go down. And is there one single storm left? There must be one. Oh, and the snipe there from Duggi. What a brilliant play. The mothership quickly goes down to all the Vikings, and there all the ghosts go down. I think that this is it. Patjuh dropping down below 100 supply. He now warps in some more zealots, but look at those EMPs, man. And the 4th base going to fall. GG. Well played.